Man, we got a product that creates its own demand. As long as we got my vision and your brains, I won't stop rocking till I reach. Can't nobody mess with us, man.
So, did you get to watch the series yet?
Of course. How many episodes did you watch?
There's only one left.
So
I really like it, but it's not about me. How do you like it?
I love it. I mean, it's amazing. It's probably the best show I've ever seen, and actually, it's my first time ever being on set, so it was just so fun for me, and just it hitting so close to home, being my family. Couldn't have been no better. I got to learn while I was on set. It was everything I could have imagined.
It was crazy because I read that it was your first time acting.
Yes.
But you did a really good job. And I was wondering, was it easy because, you're portraying your own father. Was it easy to just copy him or?
No, I can't copy anybody. That's the thing. And acting, what people don't really understand is because we just watch movies and TV shows and don't really see how an actor or actress has to get to where they go. But it's really hard. It's not easy at all. And remembering the lines is the easiest part about it, actually, because it's what's under the lines. It's the emotion. Like, you can't just go and act and do whatever you want on camera. You have to draw from real emotion that you've been through in your real life. And as men, already it's harder for us because we don't wear our emotions on our sleeve like women, as it's easier for you guys to do. Like, we don't cry in front of people regularly because it's girly for us, So it's different when you're acting, though, because you have to be okay with that. You have to want to do that. You have to wear your emotions on your sleeve because at any point in time, you have to be sad, mad, happy, anything, at any given time. So it was really, what people don't understand is acting, number one, is hard. And not only that it's hard, you have to understand the foundation of acting. And I couldn't just play my dad without understanding how to act first. So when I had to go to acting classes a year and a half, almost 2 years in Los Angeles, 5 days a week, 2 times a day sometimes. And I had to really just learn the foundation of acting, before I can just jump into the role of playing my dad. I know who my dad is. I talk to him every day. I know my dad, he tells me everything about him, but it's different now because it's not just my dad and what people know. It's the origin story. Like, it's my dad, 15, 16 years old, and he was in 1980s in Detroit, living in poverty and living in drug-infested communities with violence, walking over dead bodies and walking with holes in his shoes. School, it was different back then. You don't live the regular 15, 16-year-old life. He made sure I was in private school growing up. So I had to really talk to him every day and figure out what his mind frame was and all the hardship that he went through. I had to place myself in his shoes and do that and draw my real emotion from when he got taken away from me so young, watching my mom cry, from him doing from him being 15, 16 years old, getting into it with his mom and dad because they're not understanding that he just trying to take care of the family because everybody's so poor. His mom and dad can't even afford to pay the bills. So it was different, I had to think about all that and deal with all of that. And at the same time, play the role the best I could, because at the end of the day, when you get in front of that camera, you have to forget about all of that, because if you think about all of that, then you won't be able to do your best. It has to be natural and authentic as possible. So I had to soak all that in for a year and a half before I could even get on set. But once I got on set, and before I got on set, I'm talking to my dad every day, just letting me know what's going on. But I had to myself, focus on myself and figure out and learn myself, and get better as a person before I could just go out and do something like that. So it was different. It was like a life-changing experience for me. And it was my first time. But once I got on set, I was comfortable because I felt like I knew what I was doing, and I was proud of my work.
Yeah, you can be. You definitely can be proud of your work. Did you actually have to audition for the role?
Yes, nothing was given to me at all. I had to earn this role. Like, they weren't just going to hire me because I'm my dad's son. It's different. Like, I have to show them I can act. I can't just be my dad's son and can't act. And, I had to earn this role. Like, I had to literally show them that I'm the only one that can play my dad, and it was, I'm happy I had to earn it, because that it made me a better person. And the journey is what got me so good, I think. And it's what got me here. You know, 50 Cent always believed in me, put me in acting classes. He always knew I could play my dad, but he made sure I earned it too. He made sure I put the work in and had to actually go to class before I got on set and audition and still, you know, do chemistry reads and everything, go all the motions a regular person has to go through and still earn my spot. And that's what I did.
You know, I checked your Instagram, and from what you are telling me is that I can tell that you have a very strong relationship to your father. Is there something like the best advice you ever got from your dad?
His biggest advice just was, he always tells me all type of different life-changing, you know, like different. He always tells me advice every day, but he always tells me just to stay true to myself. Loyalty is his biggest motto. Like he always says, like, stay loyal to one another. And loyalty is not just a word; it has to be a lifestyle. Like, you know, so that's what people get to see in BMF too. It's not just a drug dealing show; it's a show about brotherhood and love and soul and family, like, and loyalty. Like my dad didn't just want to be the only one doing good and looking good. He wanted everybody around him, his crew, to be looking good. It didn't matter who you were, the underboss or the boss or whatever. He wanted everybody to be looking good. So that's what, you know, it's a big life-changing experience just with the show itself and people. Like, this show is just needed for the culture. You know, we don't have anything on TV that's really displaying something like this and all these different, you know, reading between the lines and getting all these different life changes. You know, it's different with BMF. It's not just about that drug dealing, you know. So I hope people get to see everything and people really get to feel connected to the story and understand everything.
That's so interesting what you say, because, I mean, look at me, who am I? But when I heard about this series for the first time, I was like, okay. So when I got the news that I'm going to do an interview with you, I was like, okay, fuck. I hope that I'm not going to mess with him or say something wrong or whatever, because, you know, the first things that people say about the Black Mafia family is, oh, drug dealers and, you know, money launderers, but there's so much more. I mean, as a member of the Black Mafia family, you must have another perspective on the story. So being on set, was it easy for you to just go by the script, or did you sometimes say, oh, sorry, but I don't think that this is accurate? You know what I mean?
My perception isn't the script. I got to go with the script. So, you know, I didn't write it. You know, my dad talked to the showrunner, talked to 50 every other day and made sure the story was told how he wanted it to be told. So it's all facts. And it's, you know, it's like, I couldn't be worried about my perception because I got to be worried about my job, what I got to do, you know. So my perception isn't reality. So you know, we still made a great show and everybody just killed it. I feel like I just hope everybody loves it.